Hello friends, today I'm going to teach you how to make cranberry macarons. These macarons are filled with orange buttercream and cranberry sauce, the perfect flavor combination. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every week. Start by sifting together the almond flour and the powdered sugar. When you're making macarons, it's very important to just leave all the ingredients and materials that you're going to use set aside, so you're organized and you have an easy time. After sifting the ingredients, set them aside. Place a bowl over a pan with barely simmering water. To the bowl, add granulated sugar, and I'm also using egg white powder. The egg white powder is completely optional. You don't have to change anything else in the recipe if you decide not to use it, but I really like to use it. It makes my shells much better and my meringue much more stable. If you are using the egg white powder, it's good to give it a whisk with the sugar before adding the egg whites so it doesn't clump up. Then add the egg whites. Whisk the ingredients together until the sugar has completely melted. It should take only a couple of minutes. The mixture should not get hot. You can test by touching the mixture between your fingers, and if you don't feel any sugar granules, you can remove it from the heat. Transfer the syrup to the bowl of a mixer. Start by whisking the mixture on low for about 30 seconds, then gradually increase the speed to medium and then to medium-high. I like to finish whipping my meringue on medium-high for a few minutes until stiff peaks are formed. Once the whites start to get glossy and kind of fluff up around the whisk, it's time to start checking, because it might be time to stop. Here, as you can see, the meringue is way too soft. The peaks are way too long and they're bending down to the side, and this is not what we're looking for. So let's continue whipping. The meringue peak should be stiff and shooting straight up. Once you achieve this stage, you can stop whipping. Now I'm going to transfer my meringue to this bowl to best show you the macaronage. Let's pour the powdered sugar and almond flour into the stiff whites. And I'm also going to add some food coloring. I'm adding some crimson, some red, and also I'm adding a touch of blue. And now let's begin folding. Here I'm just going to add a little bit more food coloring to obtain a deeper color. If you're a beginner at making macarons, I recommend being careful with adding too much food coloring because it's going to add a lot of moisture to the batter. We're going to continue folding the batter until we achieve the perfect consistency. The batter should be flowing slowly but effortlessly off the spatula. Also, you should be able to draw several figure eights with the batter that's falling off the spatula without having the batter break up. And then, even after the batter breaks up, it will still continue to fall off the spatula. When you achieve this stage, you can transfer the batter to a piping bag fitted with a round tip. Here I'm using a different tip than I usually use to pipe my macarons. I usually use a 1/2 inch diameter tip. And today I'm using a Wilton 12, which is about 1/4 of an inch in diameter. So what I usually do with the 1/2 inch diameter is that I pipe for 3 seconds, as you will see on my other videos, but here I'm piping for about 5 seconds. Place the bag directly 90 degrees over the center of each circle template and apply pressure for about 5 seconds if you're using a 1/4 of an inch diameter piping tip, and then pull the bag up and move on to the next one. Once you're done piping all the shells, bang the trays against the counter to release any air bubbles, and also use a toothpick to pop any remaining air bubbles from the surface of the macarons. And then let the macarons rest for 20 to 40 minutes. The time resting will depend on how humid the day is and how hot your kitchen is, how wet the batter is. So let them dry until they feel dry to the touch. Right before I baked this, I sprinkled some coarse sugar on top of the macarons to give them a cool decoration for the cranberry flavor. If you're going to sprinkle the sugar on top of the macarons, I recommend doing this after they have dried. Otherwise, they will kind of melt with the batter. So I tried it that way and it didn't work very well. So I waited for the macarons to dry with this batter and then I sprinkled the sugar on top. And then once they feel dry to the touch, once you can touch a macaron with your finger and it doesn't stick, you can bake them. I baked my macarons at 325 Fahrenheit for about 15 to 18 minutes. Time baking and temperature are going to depend on your oven. It's very important that you figure this out for yourself. Now we're going to make the cranberry sauce for the filling of the macarons. Add some cranberries, sugar, orange juice, and orange zest to a small pan. And then stir and bring it to a boil over medium heat. Stir occasionally as you cook the cranberries and let them reduce and get thick. Also, you can use the back of the spatula that you're stirring with to pop some of the cranberries. As you can see here, I want my cranberry sauce to be very thick and not watered down because otherwise it's going to make the macaron shells very soggy. So now let the cranberry sauce cool down. Now let's make the orange buttercream. Cream the butter at medium speed in the bowl of a mixer for about 1 minute. And then with the mixer off, add the powdered sugar and some orange zest. And also you can add some additional orange juice or milk or water to make the buttercream come together if it's too crumbly like mine. You can also add some orange extract in, but I find that the orange zest really gives a very nice orange flavor. The buttercream should be creamy and thick like this. If the buttercream is not coming together and it's too crumbly, just add a little bit more water or a little bit more liquid to it to make it come together. Or if the buttercream is too runny, you can add more powdered sugar to it to make it thicker. Transfer the buttercream to a piping bag fitted with the tip of your choice that you're going to pipe on the macarons. I'm using a small open start tip. So here I piped a ring of dots around the edges of a bottom shell. If you want, you can just pipe a circle instead, but I chose to go with this decoration because I think it's really cute. And then after you're done piping the orange buttercream on the bottom of each macaron shell, you can start adding the cranberry sauce to the middle. I hope you enjoyed today's video. For the full recipe, you can go to piesandtacos.com. I'll put the link down below in the description box. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye!